Really, there was only one musical genre for a song like this year's album, and of course that was opera. I'm sure the same thought occurred to you. Yes, I decided I should write an opera about this year's album. Never written an opera before, but I figured, how hard could it be? And it turns out if you write an opera like mine, it's not very hard. So I did. I wrote an opera about this year's problem. It's an opera in 2 acts. The first act has 2 scenes. The cast of characters includes claimant's CEO, respondent's CEO, a group of reporters, several lawyers, and a Greek chorus. Figured you could get a Greek chorus these days, but no, that's... So I did. I wrote an opera. I've entitled the opera AIEEDAH. AIEEDAH. No particular reason for that other than I better like saying AIEEDAH. Unfortunately, I am not going to be able to present a full staging of the opera to you tonight. I'm not quite sure why, but Eric just turned down my request to bring the shop opera. So we're not going to have things like, actual singers and costumes and sets and an orchestra and things like that. No, you will have to settle for what you might call the demo tape version of the opera, in which I sing all the parts and I describe the action. And you must use your imagination to fill in the gaps. But subject to those constraints, I am extremely proud to present to you tonight the world premiere of AIEEDAH, an opera based on the 19th Vis Moot project. It is an opera that requires an overture. Here is the overture. Act 1, Scene 1 is set in the executive suite of Mediterranean Elite Conference Services, aka Claimant. A large crowd of reporters is gathered for a press conference at which Claimant's CEO intends to announce that his company will build a luxury floating conference like the MSS. Claimant's CEO steps to the podium. He silences the murmur of the gathered reporters, and he sings. Sailing, sailing, it's a new business idea by me. We'll sail around with conventions as they go on a drinking spree. Our clients will require the height of luxury, even though most will be passed out before we put to sea. We'll refurbish a ship and have it equipped with electronics galore. The electronics will all depend on a chip that's never been made before. The ship must be delivered just in time for the vessel's maiden cruise. Why, it's a foolproof plan. What could go wrong? How could we ever lose? Scene 2. Scene 1 to be the last scene. Scene 2 is set in the private offices of the Claimant's CEO. He sits at his desk quietly doing paperwork when the phone rings. He picks up, he listens, and as he does, his smile fades. The color drains from his face. And he brings Act 1 to a close by singing. At first, in a very trembling voice, but then with increasing confidence and determination. Uh-oh, what do you have? Chip delivery has been delayed. Now there will be many increased costs that will have to be paid. But wait, that's okay. Respondent bears liability. We'll even stick them with the bill for the bribery. success fee. That is the end of Act 1. This is the intermission. Act 2 is set in a conference room at the law firm that represents respondents. Present are respondent CEO and several lawyers with whom he's been consulting. As the curtain goes up, the respondent CEO strides to stage center and he sings, "Exemption, exemption. It's a beautiful word to me. We didn't do what we said we'd do, but we get off scot-free." What? You mean that new chip that just started production was delivered late? What? That was nothing we could foresee. Just like yesterday, when the golden orb of the sun arose in the east. That was a big surprise to me. The next part is sung as a duet by two of the lawyers. But oh no, we may have to show under Article 79(2) that others in the chain of supply could claim an exemption too. What do we do? Wait, here's an idea. Let's challenge their legal team. We'll disqualify everyone Professor Presiding Arbitrator has ever met, thought about, or even just seen. Wow! Suddenly, amidst a swirl of fog and mist, the Greek chorus appears at stage center. They bring the opera to a close by singing in eerie voices. Arbitrators, here's some advice for you. Dismiss this case for unmitigated, mutual, party stupidity.